These guys are just like, what are they eating, man?
Yeah, what are they feeding them?
Is Smash the only pastime? Like, are they just like doing crazy Olympic athletic stuff, dude?
They're just doing leg presses as they practice. But that's done. We're done there. Now we have one of my favorite players to commentate for, one of my favorite players to watch play, and that is Skorpio.
And coming right up next to Skorpio, we got another person coming in from Pittsburgh. We have Midnight.
Nice.
Or Night.
No?
Midnight.
Yeah, no, you were right the first time.
You know, I had second guess myself for a second.
Because there's Night from Chicago.
There's a lot of,
and then there's
a lot of
Midnight.
Rosas, man. My head gets swirly around sometimes.
But yeah, so Skorpio, one of my absolute favorite players, and that is because this guy knows Robin does things with Robin in ways that I just was like upon launch of the game, I just did not think were possible.
Right? Like you see Robin just walking around with the slowest walk speed in the whole game, and you're like, what could this character really do?
And I was so excited for Robin when he/she came out, depending on how smart you are, which character you go for. Girls are clearly the best. But anyway, and I'm like, I just can't use it. It's so slow. But then you see Skorpio, and Skorpio not only makes Robin look fast and look powerful, but just, the way he handles the books and the swords and his recovery, and he just seems to do so much that you would never expect from this character. And right now, against Rosalina and Luma, a good one, obviously, because top 16 losers here at Midwest Mayhem 11, has only taken 16% and is now up the stock.
Yeah.
Skorpio is just absolutely taking it to this man.
And the crazy thing about Skorpio, and the thing that I enjoy most about his Robin and his player, or his play style, is that a lot of people, whenever they play Robin for the first time, you kind of just realize, hey, wait a second, I'm in a much better position if I just never shield Robin's projectiles to never get locked in shield. But then Skorpio's like, okay, well, you have that. Here's the rest of my arsenal. Let's see how you do against that. He has great pressure with his aerials, throwing out those projectiles, following them out.
Because he's kind of like Quick almost, where that mid-range game, like he never goes full stage. He doesn't just sit back and charge El Thunder into Thoron. He stays within a range where all of his tools are available to him.
And the thing that everybody doesn't really pay attention to, they pay attention to the Thoron and all that kinds of stuff, but they never pay attention to the 11 sword, man. This thing packs a punch. You better not get hit with a checkmate, because that'll end your stock so fast, especially Rosa.
Oh, but we're going to see it up air. Unfortunately, I don't think Luma got quite all of that.
That was definitely just a Rosa hit right there. And it's going to make Skorpio live for a little bit longer, and Skorpio's going to do a great job of taking care of Luma. That's the first thing that he needs to do if he ever wants to get a kill confirm on Rosa.
Yeah, and Luma, nothing against Kevin Costner, but a better bodyguard than him is Luma.
Sure. For sure, but looks like Luma, just like Kevin Costner, is going to drop the ball every now and then and let Rosa get killed.
Shout-outs to the bodyguard, the early, was it late 80s, early 90s movie? I'm sure nobody's going to get that reference because
man, I caught on to it. That's all that matters, right? Like, we're going back and forth.
Yeah.
All right?
But
shout out to Kevin Costner. I know you're watching. He's a big fan of Midwest Mayhem. So.
Yeah, he mains Fox.
He's definitely a Fox.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, of course. Skorpio took that win with authority, emphatically just dismantling Midnight's Rosa there. One thing that we did not see almost any use of was the what is it, black hole down B?
Oh, the Nosferatu.
No. From Rosa.
From the gravitational pull.
Gravitational pull.
Okay,
Thank you.
You said black. I was like black and purple.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
But no, not a lot of that. I mean, and there's like one of the first ones that I saw.
We definitely saw Midnight actually try to use that on Elfire, or that move.
Yeah. No, you're right, Elfire.
Okay, Elfire, yeah, I was drawing a blank there. But Midnight actually tried using that when it was already placed onto the stage. And then he kind of got burned, and I think he might have just wanted to stray away from it. He's like, okay, maybe that's not the right move to use. I might just trap myself. Like, same thing with holding shield. But now it looks like Midnight's realizing, with a little bit of spacing, he's going to be able to use that a little bit more freely.
Right, and I mean, that's, as we mentioned, that's the one thing that Skorpio excels at, is that he always stays within a range that, if you're going to start gravitational pulling every aspect of my game, well, here's the 11 sword. We mentioned that it's powerful, and you're exactly right.
Oh my. All right, Skorpio. He's really trying to get rid of the stock as soon as possible, and for good reason, man. He is at a big % deficit.
Yeah, this is a complete change from game one. And honestly, had that second hit of Elwyn not hit, that definitely would have been the end. But unfortunately, he was not able to aim it just quite right, and now Midnight with a huge advantage.
But it looks like right now what's very trivial for Midnight and what's something he has to come over is how is he going to be able to keep Luma alive for long enough to get those kills.
I mean, we saw him get a kill there. You know, he matched Spike for Spike. He's like, I don't have a second hit on this one. I'm not going to mess it up.
Right.
But that said, if Skorpio plays, you know, if he can retake sort of the momentum, that's really what did Midnight in, was that he never interrupted the momentum from Skorpio. And now we're just sort of seeing classic Rosa with those halos, just not letting Skorpio land. And he kind of figured out, he's like, well, I mean, because of Robin's slow airspeed, slow walk speed, he has a defined column of where he can go at any given time. So
yeah, man, and I just want to show light on how great Midnight did a great job of just getting off that platform. He grabbed onto the 11 sword when it was thrown at him, threw it out just as a bait, just to get himself back into center stage. Just really smart.
Oh wow,
play.
and excellent
Loving
air dodge read. Most, you know, Rosas typically will go for an up air there to try and follow it up, but he's like, I'm pretty sure you can air dodge in time. Went with a down air, got good stuff, and now he's still established himself in center stage. Skorpio has not found his way back to the right portion for him to play his game, and that's going to do it.
Never just to seal the deal.
Never found his feet back on terra firma.
That was great stuff right there coming from Midnight. As you said,
the adaptation.
Using that down air to get Skorpio off stage, it's a lot better of a position when he could have just gambled and thrown out those up airs. What if Skorpio got up back on stage? What if Skorpio got an up air with that 11 sword?
Right.
You know, it definitely could have been a lot worse, but he just kind of took the safer option and the more comfortable option.
He made the right choice for sure. So again, after multiple town and city appearances, we're now going somewhere different, and that is Battlefield. Love this pick from Skorpio. The reason that it is so good is because now he has platforms to try and escape to. He has also platforms to put L-Fires on and to you know, get more follow-ups to take, you know, to hit Luma. Just it offers him so many more options, which is just so important against Rosalina.
And also another big thing, like we just saw there from Skorpio, he's going to put the ball in Midnight's court to approach whenever he stands on those platforms. And that just gives him a whole new opportunity of taking Rosa in a different way. And I think that's really going to help out, but also, as you said, those platforms might be helpful, but they might also be a double-edged sword. Midnight could use that opportunity to land on those platforms and get more up airs.
True. It is a possibility to extend Rosa's combos, but one thing that we noticed on Town and City is that platforms or no, those up airs are going to be difficult for him to dodge. So
no matter what,
being able to, you know, like right there, I'm pretty sure Midnight was expecting him to go center platform. He ended up going left and was able to dodge any sort of follow-up there.
For sure. And also, then again, in retrospect, Rosa is it's pretty simple for Rosa to get those up airs. I think no more than 3 would be able to do the trick whenever it gets to kill percent.
So we're going to see him throw off stage, which is a smart play there. Not only does it give an edge guard opportunity, but it also gives time for Luma to come back. So Midnight clearly has experience in general play, knowing that Luma is key and knowing how to do the things that he needs to do to get the powerhouse back in his hands.
Exactly, and I love how he just decided to hold on to stage control, just waiting for Luma. He knew that if he went for the spike, it'd be a little bit too aggro of an option. Skorpio was definitely trying to land with an up air off of ledge. He just wanted to take a little bit slower, wait for Luma to come back, so he has full advantage whenever he's ready for it.
Oh, and he doesn't get the spike hitbox on that one, so Skorpio's still going to live. He ended up going high that time, was able to take care of Luma.
But RIP Skorpio as well.
Right, I think he was really trying to not land on the platform. He was trying to go right into the gap there. Didn't happen, and then just ate a very simple up smash kill.
And this is really smart from Midnight. As always, you know, elaborating on how he was ledge trapping or, you know, just trying to see what Skorpio was doing. It's working for good cause because now he was able to get that stock.
That is a brilliant knowledge, though, from Skorpio. Putting those L-Fires directly on the ledge, knowing that Rosa has a very high grab hitbox and pretty much always going to run into that fire.
Yeah, that TR is definitely going to be touching the tip of that L-Fire and getting herself burnt a little bit. Nice. There are those up airs. Once again, though, that platform just perfectly trapping Skorpio. Now we have Skorpio trying to find his footing right now. Midnight, once again, just holding on to the stage.
That's a similar thing that we saw in Game 2, is that Skorpio just having a tough time finding his feet back to the stage, and that is key. I mean, don't get me wrong. Robin's got some crazy powerful aerials, especially with that 11 sword, but can't do much when you're always trying to land and always being defensive.
Yeah, and as you said, man, those platforms might make it easier to land, but that doesn't mean that that landing in general is going to be easy still. It's still going to be a lot of hard work for Skorpio, a lot of methodical thinking to find his way back.
All right, so he's got the book, and the book is dangerous. Oh, but Luma takes the hit.
And Luma just coming through, catching the bullet for Rosa. Midnight's going to get a quick dash attack, reset that interaction right there, and reset stage control. And
11 sword is back, which means no more Luma and no more Rosa. Super Saiyan percent again coming through.
And you saw right there, Midnight decided to run away, and Skorpio was just following. He was going straight aggro because he knew that once Luma was gone, Midnight was a little bit defenseless.
That was his chance. Like, if he was going to make something happen, it had to be at that moment.
It's nerf or nothing in that moment, man. He just claimed it.
My gosh, you just brought me right back to 5 years old.
Oh, and I love that Nosferatu attempt, trying to see if he can kind of tech chase Rosa on that platform. But
and, I mean, that's actually a pretty smart option, again, because the percentage difference is serious right now. So if he can gain a little bit back from Nosferatu, it'll be good.
Take it, yeah.
And I believe that he's still holding the book. I thought he still had the green book.
Yep, he still has it in hand. He's ready to throw it. Oh no, it looks like the book's just about to disappear. There it is, yeah.
So yeah, he held it that entire time, just waiting for an opportunity to use it. And I get, because of the threat of that, because of his positioning on the stage, was able to get quite a bit of damage.
I love that L-Fire right there onto the ledge, kind of pushing Midnight back, but it's still going to give Midnight a little bit of time to prepare.
He goes really high here, goes for the ledge, and Midnight had it scouted. He really
said check and check. He was just waiting where the up smash needed to be, and he just executed.
I mean, unfortunately, there's not a lot that Skorpio can do.
Nope.
You land on the platform, you get up smashed. You try and land in between, you get up smashed. You try to go over the ledge, you get up smashed.
And that's just the life of a linear recovery for these characters, man. Sometimes he'll be able to take the bullet, like as we saw earlier in that match. He landed on the platform. He still got punished, but hey, at least he didn't get down aired.
Right.
But in that moment, he really had nothing else to go for, so he had to just go for it.
All right, so Battlefield once again. I mean, other than the sort of surprising domination that he laid on to Midnight, it's been pretty much Midnight's match. So the closest was like the stock 1.5 or so. For Skorpio. So if he can sort of just keep kind of pushing it, try and stay in that center stage.
And it looks like right now, I think Battlefield is definitely his best bet, but the thing you gotta keep in mind is that if Skorpio is able to overcome Midnight in the stage, Midnight does have counter pick
Exactly,
advantage.
yeah, he got that break point that I had mentioned earlier, and so now he can, even if he loses this one, he has full reign on anything he wants to do.
And it looks like Skorpio with just a 1-2-3 jab is going to take out Luma and keep Midnight on ledge.
And I really like what he, and that is not going to be, unfortunately, the kill, but that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And he's still got Luma off stage, and then it lets him set up some more fires.
Oh, man, and he wanted that up smash, but just a little bit too late. I don't even think Robin had the frames.
No, but that Levin sword, it definitely will put him off stage and give him another chance to set up some magic traps.
All right, once again, Skorpio's in a really good spot right now. He has some really good percent. He has Midnight in a disadvantage.
Oh my gosh!
Yo! He said catch this L-Fire, then catch this Thor.
Abracadabra.
Definitely just executing all of his magic onto Midnight right there. Going for a Nosferatu as well. He is getting
And he's actually doing those quite safely too. Like he's doing it not like standing still. He's doing it as he falls. So it's not giving Midnight a whole lot of opportunity to punish it. A relatively punishable move. But doing his best to get utilization out of it.
And I just want to point out a little bit of a silver lining in this matchup for Robin is that Robin definitely wants to go for that 1-2-3 jab instead of holding jab, wasting his L1, which is actually his up B recovery.
And I mean, that's one thing that Skorpio has always done very well. And again, the great Robins do this, but it really shocked me when he demonstrated. Wow,
that was insane. And to finish my idea right there, he would use that 1-2-3 jab to get rid of Luma, but right there was no Luma. He didn't need to finish that. Sent Midnight into a little bit of a frustration point. He's like, what's going on now? Gets that grab, up air, and you're out of there, man. Checkmate.
And to finish my thought, what I was saying is that it baffled my mind, and this is, of course, 2 years ago when I first met Skorpio, though, is that he is able to keep track of every single use of all of his items. All 3 books and his sword. He knows what every single one, what use it's at, how long it has, how long he can, hold the books, and what it is insane to me.
It's great methodical play, and those players are very few and in between.
Few and far between.
Few and far between, exactly.
But to keep track of all of that, it's crazy to me. So we're going to go back to Town and City here. The reason that he is able to go back here is because the last stage he won on was Battlefield, not Town and City. So
they did not in effect.
They did split here though. So while it was a pretty dominating game too for Midnight, Skorpio has shown that he can do it here. So we will see.
And I like this right now because Skorpio definitely doesn't want to be on the Final Destination transformation, but Midnight doesn't have Luma, so he's really not. They're both kind of like, all right, we're just going to chill out for a second.
And it's better for Robin because he has got stuff that he can charge.
Yep, and Midnight just kind of has to stay at that standstill, kind of just let him charge while he's waiting for Luma to come back. And Luma just keeps getting dominated time and time again.
And that was
there she goes.
That was brilliant there. He called it out, called out the roll, and just started the jab and rolled right into it.
And I like how he opted for the Nair right there, realizing that he didn't have the 11 sword in hand. That Nair was just going to get some easy percent and just get Midnight back off stage.
And not steal any of the other's kill moves because his Midnight's percent is climbing. But again, this is a dead heat. It is Game 5. We saw a dominant performance from Skorpio Game 1. Midnight took Games 2 and 3. Skorpio was able to bring it back, so I really don't even know what to expect, so I'm excited to see this Game 5.
Yeah, once again, and these jab conversions coming from Skorpio are just perfect, He's definitely just calling out Midnight every single time he does not have Luma, and that's what I think is really going to be the defining factor of this last game, is will Skorpio be able to use those times without Luma for the most optimal ways to punish?
He's got to take those as far as he possibly can.
But it looks like once Midnight has Luma,
on
the exact opposite side, he's going to keep that pressure.
Yeah, he delayed. Oh, and I almost thought he teched it there.
Definitely wanted to hold my breath just to see what would happen, but unfortunately, Skorpio's going to miss that tech.
Yeah, I mean, Midnight missed it once. It doesn't seem like he's the kind of player that's going to miss it twice.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
I love that pickup.
Perfect auto cancel.
That was a great timing right there coming from Skorpio.
Auto cancel fair, and then just lays into him with more damage. This is a clinic on if you're any aspiring Robin player out there about how to handle Rosalina, because even though, again, it's 2-2, Midnight has done such crazy things. If you're going to give yourself a chance, this is the kind of things that you have to be able to do.
And it looks like Midnight just has this bad, he kind of has this bad struggle of air dodging every single time he gets jabbed. He is so scared of that third hit.
It's powerful, man.
Yeah, he's just willing to throw the air dodge out, and it's just going to give Skorpio a free punish, and I don't even think he can air dodge whenever Skorpio goes for that full three-piece.
Definitely going to get he's not going to get rid of Luma here because he knew how much damage Luma had, so he just waited. I think Midnight thought he was going to go for the finish one, so he went for an aggressive option. Skorpio just stopped and is just like, boom, here.
These jabs are throwing Midnight for a loop. I can't say it enough times.
Not only does Skorpio keep track of his books, his sword, but he also keeps track of his opponent's stuff too. This is a man with a mind for numbers, and he is showing exactly why he's one of the most feared players out of Minnesota.
Oh, and I love that Midnight is just calling out these projectiles. I think that's one thing that Midnight's been doing a great job of, is that even with or without Luma, he is always on top of holding on.
Wow, but that shield, though.
Holding his own whenever it comes to these projectiles, but now he's having a little bit of trouble. Love the micro spacing right there.
Oh, but Levin sword.
Having your back to Robin is the last thing you want to do, though. That is for sure. Hey, we got a pop-off coming from Skorpio.
Bit of a pop-off from Skorpio, and he knows that was an uphill battle, because after the show that he put on in Game 1, Midnight shut him down, basically. Yeah. It took a lot of struggle, a lot of adaptation, and a lot of sort of setting up mind games, multi-game conditioning.
For sure. And I mean, like, Midnight was doing a great job, too. Whenever Midnight had that advantage day, he was going hard and he was pushing it as hard as he could. But towards the end, Skorpio really didn't give him any of those times.
He made him afraid. Yeah. Like, he put the fear of Robin into him.
The Thoron, man.
Yeah.
Put the fear of the Thoron, the third jab.
Yeah.
The moveset got very scary towards the end.
Because it seemed like no matter